that's fun. Hey guys, so a little bit of technical difficulties with my intro there. I'll be working on that soon. Anyway, so today we're going to be talking about some of that Bitcoin. If you happen to be watching at all, go ahead and chat with me. And if you have any questions on my perspective, we'll go for it. Starting at the top, just the weekly review of how my progress is going. Both Steemit and Hive are still going strong. As you can see, articles are doing pretty well. Making progress in the wallet on both. Just enjoying the income coming from there right now. Not too crazy. Life is good when it comes to that front right now. Still going strong there as far as my other income right now. Doing well. Still holding up as far as payments and that sort of stuff is going. So hopefully that keeps going. My chat is in the way, but that's not too big of a problem. I'm just very excited with everything going on there. Hopefully those two factions will come to a head and figure their stuff out at some point. The price is down a little bit today. Just usually it just means someone just felt like taking a little bit of money out for the moment. For me, I'm happy because it's just right before payday, which doesn't mean anything crazy. So far, I don't believe there's anything crazy going down with the price. There have been a couple hackings lately, but mostly what people are seeing is that there's been about several $billions locked in some other areas. Like people are kind of sitting on the sidelines and that sort of thing. So that's all that's happening there. My chat is in the way of all my screens for no reason. There we go. All right. Now as far as everything else, let's get a little music going here. There we go. Much better. Halving's coming up pretty soon. Nothing too crazy there. This is on digitalik.net. This is a pretty detailed chart of the halving. We'll zoom in here. So this is all the data leading up to what's going to be happening in the next 20 days or so. Can you believe it's 20 days? I've been keeping, eyes on this for at least a year or two. But here we go. And a lot of people project in about 2 months that we'll start seeing a little bit of a rise. But, who knows? I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know. As far as, other things like 19, I hope y'all are safe out there. My job is a frontline job, and it is what it is. And that's one reason I'm fortunate enough to work right now. I hope that you and all of your families are safe and are eating and are healthy and, have found a way through the pandemic the best way you have. As far as other Bitcoin topics right now, there's just a lot of FUD right now. And of course there's going to be, we're in the middle of what's already become a depression. So, when it comes to Bitcoin, I believe that we just have an opportunity here in the middle of this depression to just invest in something. Unfortunately, if you're not working right now, it just sucks. You got caught in the wave, and that's unfortunate. But that's pretty much what all the people who have any resources are doing. Now is the time to buy. There's blood in the streets. That's just what's happening right now. Even with this small price that went down, today, it's just in time for, luckily, my payday. So that's probably I'm going to put a little bit into it. Again, it's been proven that people have been putting their Trump checks into Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies in general. So that just seems to be where people want to be, especially with, again, $6 trillion being printed right now. With sites like BlockFi, with sites like the Celsius Network, with other sites that I know about, it's just easy to take a little bit of resource and make something out of that. Not investment advice, but that's what I plan to do with my money, is put it where I think it's going to last so that I have resources and spending power at the end of all of this. Right now, I really don't want my money to be in a bank unless it absolutely has to be for certain purchases. Um, and as far as FUD goes, like if if I were some big mogul and I wanted to get into Bitcoin, of course I'd be talking negatively about it. But most big firms like J.P. Morgan and all that, they've been in the scene for years at this point, 2, 3, 4 years, just stocking up, and that's why they're able to offer their services because they have to provide some kind of liquidity to their customers, right? So they have to be able to provide money in order to get people in and out of the system. Um, there's a, about that specifically. That's just kind of cut and dry. There are plenty of people who are making bad faith arguments when it comes to Bitcoin, and there are a lot of skeptics. The thing is that because Bitcoin tends to rise logarithmically, people just don't notice what it's actually doing. And even if you can bring a horse to water, basically. I believe that it's going to go up. The few things that could honestly sabotage this coin, even in the middle of our current issue, is that if they found out the owner and he was an a-hole, if they, if for some reason cloud computing got into the mix, but then again, even if cloud computing did, they can just patch it and change the whole software because cloud computing is very specific in the way it handles tasks. If the task changes even slightly, they have to reprogram the whole thing, and that takes time. Trying to think. Governments right now are looking at stable coins. Not the World Health Organization. Some of the other companies. God, what am I thinking? Anyway, so it's been recommended that some countries ban stable currencies. So that's technically an on and off ramp because you'd have to go through your bank if not. But if it's sitting in, stable coin, then you can just kind of trade it back and forth between, let's say, Bitcoin and Tether or something like that. So, and not to mention that people are making decent interest rates off of these stable coins. I know I was looking at a couple different DeFi solutions and they're offering 8%. So it's like, why not? Yeah, no, of course. But basically, with FUD, just people want you to sell low, and they're gonna drum up all of the social support to do that. They're gonna put pressure. They're gonna call you crazy. They're gonna do. It doesn't matter. Like, it's fine. What I will say is that since I've been in the space, I haven't had an issue. I've only made money. Since I've put it in, that would be, where would it be? About 7x, or about like 700% since I've been in the space. So when people go, it's like, well, I mean, the results are there. So that's what it is. Let's see what else. Again, I have links to all the systems that I use at the bottom of this video. They've served me well, and I only recommend things that I know are going to help people. As far as myself, I'm going to be putting more onto BlockFi for sure pretty soon. BlockFi giving 6%, technically 8 or more if you include inflation, for Bitcoin specifically. Celsius Network, I've been using that for my altcoins. I use another one, which I won't talk about here because I think that YouTube classifies it as like something else, so I won't. But if you want to know about it, I'm live on Discord. You can contact me anytime. As far as giveaways and what I want to do for giveaways for this channel, I have been in talks with you guys know about Pool Together, maybe? I've been in talks with a specific company about purchasing that software, but I want to do it in a different way and kind of change it up a little bit so that it benefits more people. It will take a little while for that to get started, but yeah, I'll be purchasing it next week, and I'm going to try to put more money in to see if I can develop it differently. But once that works, I'll have a new price system for this channel. Just to update you guys on that. Other than that, it's been a good week so far. I've been working my butt off at my job. Cryptocurrency is still working well for me, and I don't see any downside soon. Even if it cuts by half, it's not a big deal. It's not that the engine's running slower, it's that it's running at all, right? As far as my belief in cryptocurrency, I think it's fine. I don't see any real issues here other than, greed, which, on a slightly different topic, I honestly think that greed tears down so many different things. If for example all the speculators out there bought and held Bitcoin, the price would just go up, regardless of what the whales did splashing around on our charts, right? Let's go into Bitcoin real quick. Go to the 7-day. See all this, all these super large. These are all whale. Well, not this one. This one actually may have been retail, specifically right here, because everybody got their Trump check. But like all this, these are just, you know, whale speculators buying and selling, just moving it up and down for themselves, that sort of thing. Catch a big one. Yeah, these huge movements like this, those are like, you know, a couple buyers here and there that have just a lot of resource. So I'm not even worried about that. It's just not the craziest thing, you know? But yeah, no, I mean, there are plenty of ways in this space to earn, you know, on the side, which is why I'm surprised more people don't get into it. I understand there's some, it's the Wild West and some places aren't proven, but this is the place to, you know, get the kind of earnings that people have been looking for a couple of decades now, since banks are giving basically nothing when it comes to holding your cash, especially right now. If, you know, for me, because I know banks are giving 0%, I'm less inclined to hold my money in the bank, which may be part of the reason they want you to spend it, because it's worth less in savings. Well, by putting this in savings, in like a stable coin that gives me 8%, I'm good. 10%, almost 10% a year. You're like, yeah, give me that. That's fine. That's where I'm gonna put my cash. It's not a big deal. It's a no-brainer, actually, and it's actually safer than the stock market, unless they ban it or something like that. Um, but yeah. Anyway, guys, that's pretty much all for this week. It's my payday this week, so that's going to be really exciting. Probably going to put more into some of these platforms and just let it continue to grow. Times are exciting. Times are changing. Um, and I'm, you know, knock on wood, you know, I'll be safe, and I hope you guys are safe too. So stay cool and be safe, guys.